Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday. It's a short week for most of us because it's a holiday week. Monday was Memorial Day. I am normally broadcasting this market update on Monday. I'm sorry, I'm just sharing this live, but I normally post this on Monday, but because Monday was a holiday, I moved it to Wednesday. So I like to start the week. Most people early in the morning, they kind of start the day listening to the weather and getting that update. And I just want to give you your typically Monday real estate update. And all right. Thank you for joining me. Got my V8 energy drink, start my day off. So today I just want to talk first about a little bit that what we're seeing in the market. And if you have any questions about this, about the real estate market at all, please type it in the comments section. I will answer any questions that you have. But right now, we're actually seeing a transition happening in the real estate market. And it's kind of interesting. Prior to going into COVID-19, we typically saw that there was like a separation. Millennials, they like for us to text with them as part of that home search process and do most of their stuff shopping online. Whereas the older generation, they want that communication over the phone and was not as open to virtual services. And now we're starting to see a shift in the market where everyone is becoming open and buying homes virtually. So a lot of clients are seeing the home virtually. They're having tours being done. Maybe they're even relocating here to Cleveland. So they've seen most of it online where they, as agents, we're going in and we're showing them those properties all through video. And so then they don't see it until maybe they get here right before close and walking through. So I just wanted to provide some tips since this is becoming the new norm. So tips on buying virtually. So number one, you want to be specific and realistic about what your goals are. So you have to really pinpoint and really fine tune what you're looking for. When you are able to see those properties right away and go through, a lot of times that's when potential buyers are making the decision. Oh, well, that wasn't for me. Oh, I really want this. When you are thinking about buying virtually, you really need to really pin down what those goals are because you're looking through pictures and you're looking through videos. So everything is not going to be the same. So number two, you want to make sure that you're measuring your furniture. It's very important if you're buying furniture or bringing furniture into this new home, you want to make sure that your measurements are right so that you're not buying oversized furniture for a space and really have an idea on that. Use the right online search tool. So a lot of people like to use Zillow, for instance, to search for homes. And Zillow is good in terms of, maybe it's a quick app that you have on your phone or it just seems to always pop up. But Zillow has a lot of unreliable information on there. A lot of the properties that show up on Zillow oftentimes have already been sold or not for sale or something old. So you want to make sure that you're using a search tool. If you're one of my clients, we use a HomeSnap app that feeds directly from the MLS, so you have good information. The other thing is with Zillow, because it's reporting bad information or outdated information, sometimes people are looking at that information for how much the taxes are on that property, and that is old, outdated information. So you want to make sure that you have the right search tool. So try to avoid Zillow. Maybe try to use Realtor.com if you're just looking for something. Realtor.com, still not as reliable, but definitely not Zillow. You want to make sure that you're using your cell phone as an interactive tool so that if you have an iPhone and your agent has an iPhone, you can use tools like FaceTime to get a live view of the property. And number 5, if you have family members that maybe can go out to the property for you and take a look, rely on family members and friends to tour those properties to get a good understanding of what's going on. And again, we're just talking about some best practices and tips to use when shopping virtually. You want to write your contracts contingent. So before you sign off on that final say-so on the property, you want to make sure that you have some contingencies in there that allows you to back out of the deal. You want to talk to the home inspector. So you can always send a home inspector out to the property. So you want to make sure you are talking to that home inspector to get a feel for and true understanding of what that inspector was seeing at the property. So also, you not just the inside of the property do you want to ask your client for, you want to also ask for a street view. Also, let's look at the neighbor's house. Sometimes it's the perfect house when you look at it, only if you could pick it up and move it somewhere else, because maybe the neighbor, they are a hoarder, or they have a lot of activity going on at their house that wouldn't be somewhere that you would want to live next to. So make sure that when you're having these virtual tours done, that you're asking for those street views and views of the neighbors' houses as well, so you have a true understanding of that. And then you want to make sure that you have a resource list available to you. So that resource list is of a handyman, insurance rep, knowing where the hardware stores in, because when you move into a property, it almost always you're going to need some kind of service or something. And so having a handyman is going to be definitely beneficial for you. You want to make sure that you connect with a real estate agent that is very resourceful. That agent is able to help you maneuver and get through the transaction when things pop up during that close period. A lot of times, through the appraisal process, the home inspection process, things pop up and happen. So you want to make sure that your agent is resourceful to be able to resolve situations. And a lot of times agents are able to resolve situations without you even knowing about it. If you have an agent that is like always coming to you, oh my gosh, the sky is falling, or whatever it is, that is nerve-wracking to you as a buyer. So you want to make sure that that agent has a cool temperament, is resourceful, and can get through the transaction. So those are my 10 tips on how to purchase virtually. Now I want to talk a little bit about where we're at in terms of the May numbers. So the last time I was on here, I was shocked because the numbers aren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. Even me personally, with COVID-19, I was like, oh my goodness, what is this going to do to the housing market? So although the way that the forecast was moving and what we were seeing, the market was improving and home values were starting to go up. So we lost some of that momentum, but we haven't just, we're remaining stable, I guess is the best way to say that. So I'm going to share my screen with you. I'm just going to do a recap of where we were. Okay. Here we go. So as of May 17, 2020, for Cuyahoga County numbers that we're looking at. So we're looking at the May numbers here. So as of last week, we were at a number of home sales of 654. The average sale price was 187,000. We had number of new listings, 1,004, and average days on the market was 52. So that's where we were at as of last week. And here we are as of today for Cuyahoga County. The number of sales is 1,058. The average sale price went up a little bit, so we're at 190,000. Number of new listings is 1,564, and average days on market. So we went from number of home sales from 1,058 or from 654 up to 1,058. And okay, so that's kind of where we're at with the numbers. Now, next week when I pop on here, we will be approaching the end of the month. So I'm going to actually compare April to May numbers so you can, or last year, we'll even do 2019 to 2020 so you could get a feel for the impact that COVID had last year versus this year and really truly understand that. So again, there is a lot of interest in the market. Homes are still selling. There's actually still more buyers in the market than we're seeing than sellers in the market. This springtime or going into summer is usually our busy month, and it's starting to pick up more and more in this area. I am starting to see a lot more real estate investors are coming out right now. I think that they are looking for some potential deals that are out there. But if you are a buyer, definitely want to consider buying a home right now. Interest rates are very low, so it is still a great time to buy. You just want to make sure that you focus a little bit more on your credit and making sure your credit score is up there so there's no bumps in the road and you'll get that better interest rate. If you are a seller, I definitely think that now is the best time to sell your home because of the low inventory. So you're going to get the highest and best price right now in the marketplace. I do want to highlight an area. Today, I just want to talk about the city of South Euclid. If you are not familiar with the city of South Euclid, it is an inner ring suburb of Cleveland. So it borders Cleveland, Cleveland Heights, University Heights, Beechwood, Lyndhurst, Richmond Heights, Euclid. So South Euclid is a very popular area. It's a very affordable area. The population there is about 22,000 people, and the median household income is $59,000. One of the great things about South Euclid is there are a ton of places to eat. Not more so fine dining or anything like that, but a lot of fast food restaurants. So you have from your Panera Breads to Wingstop to Five Guys to every food chain that you can possibly think of is there in that South Euclid area. So if you are working in that area, you're just trying to grab a quick bite or anything, or if you already live in that area, it definitely is a great place to be. A lot of people like that South Euclid area because it is a short distance to one of our major employers, which is Cleveland Clinic. Cedar Road, which is a main road that goes directly through South Euclid. You can take Cedar Road right down into downtown Cleveland even, or right over to Cleveland Clinic, which is why a lot of medical professionals tend to live in that area because of the easy commute to work and the affordability of the area. So you can find homes in that South Euclid area for a decent home. You can probably find something around $80,000, and then you can go up from there, even $300,000. Taxes vary in the area. There's certain sections of South Euclid where the property taxes tend to be a little bit higher, but there's definitely an affordable market and a great place for first-time home buyers. There are a couple amenities in there. One of the things is there's a dog park. If you are a dog lover, you have a pet, they have a dog park in the area. And if you have kids, there is a rec center with a swimming pool. There's plenty of baseball diamonds, and there's also a splash park for the kids. There is a portion of the metro parks that touch or part of it is in South Euclid as well, that leads down into the Euclid area. And that Metro Parks is a huge walking trail, basketball courts, picnic areas, which make it a great place to be. So that is your real estate market update. Just wanted to share some information with you, give you a little details, let you know where things are at in the marketplace. So in terms of real estate, a lot of information was being put out there. The market is very stable right now, as from what we're seeing. We could see an impact, as we move into June, but as of right now, we are remaining stable. If you are a homeowner, then you want to consider refinancing your home right now and get that lower interest rate. If you're talking about or thinking about saving some money, then that's the way to do it. Lower that interest rate to lower your monthly payment on your mortgage, save some money. If you're a buyer, definitely a great time to think about buying a home because that interest rate is so low and taking advantage of it. So I'm Andrea Wilson. I'm your professor today with my glasses on. I am here available to answer all of your real estate questions. I've been practicing real estate for over a decade. I help train agents in our office. We have a number of agents here. I'm the broker at Brickhouse Realty. I would love to answer any of your questions. You can call our office at 216-220-7886 and enjoy your Wednesday. It's hot here in Cleveland, and I love it. So I hope you